This project will sell if you make it today. Actually, it'll probably sell any day you make it, but the beginning of June is perfect. Also, the first version that I'm starting right now only took me 10 minutes. Today we're taking advantage of all the people who forgot to get their dad something for Father's Day, and good news, that's a lot of people. So far, all I've done is rip the edges off of these old tongue and groove scraps so I would have some nice square boards I could work with. After that, I moved over to my miter saw to cut them all to length. I want to cut the top of these to an angle that my miter saw is not able to reach, so I just made this simple little jig. It's just 2 pieces of 3/4 inch plywood cut at 45-degree angles, brad nailed to another larger piece of 3/4 inch plywood. Now when I place my board into this jig, the piece is already sitting at a 45, so when I pivot the blade on my miter saw, I can reach those deeper angles like you can see here. This is the first of 3 of these that I'm going to be making in this video. And when we're done with this project, I'll post all 3 versions on Facebook Marketplace, see which one sold the fastest, which one sold for the most, and I'll tell you which one felt like it was the most worth making in my opinion. I wanted to keep this first one as simple as possible, so if you're brand new to woodworking, you could get this done. Some wood glue and some brad nails and a dowel for a handle, and this thing is done. If you don't know what this is a grill caddy. Now, this simple version I think I could sell online for roughly $15, but I have something special I want to add to it towards the end that'll just up the price a little bit. And we'll get back to that shortly, but let's move on to the second one. Now, this version's a little bit more complicated, but honestly, it's not too bad. I wanted to make this one so when you carried it out to your grill with all your stuff in it, you could set it on top of your railing and it wouldn't fall over. A lot of people have their grills on their back porch and don't really have a table next to it to work on, so this gives them a nice surface to keep all of their supplies on. To do this, I actually built the whole thing right around a 2x4. I had 0 plans for this and I just kind of made it up as I went along. Just like the last one, I'm using old tongue and groove scraps that I had laying around from a previous project. I cut them all to width and then I could bring them over to my miter saw and cut them to length. Then it was time to bring them over and start gluing and nailing it all together. Once I had the base all built, it was time to put on the sides. Now, somehow I lost the footage for this, but I cut out that little gap just using a jigsaw. But if you have a bandsaw, that would work great too for this. This one's going to be 2 layers. So I cut all the pieces that I needed for that second layer, and now we're going to pause right here and move on to the third build because I have one thing at the end that I'm going to do to all 3 of these that's just going to help get that sale. This one I decided to make completely out of pallets. Pallets can be a huge pain in the ass to work with, but I have a lot of tools here to help me get it done. This little gun right here shoots the nails back out of the pallet. I also have a jointer so I can square everything up before I get to work on these. Whenever I've done half lap joints or dados in the past, I've always just used a single blade on my table saw and moved it over an 1/8 of an inch at a time. But my good friend Jamie, hi Jamie, gave me a dado stack recently. And man oh man, what a difference. This thing rules. Changing out the blades is a bit of a pain in the ass, but totally worth it. And with that being said, for some reason I wanted to challenge myself and make this whole thing slide together. This is totally unnecessary, but I just thought it would look cool. So I did some finger joints on the side, as you can see. And then I cut some dados into the inside spots where all of this could slide together like a nice, neat little puzzle. All right, with all my pieces cut, it was time to move on to the one thing that I think is really going to help me get this sale. This is the xTool F2 laser, and I was able to engrave all sorts of things onto the sides of these grill caddies. And if you already watch my channel, you know I've been working with this company for the past few videos. This little laser just gives me the opportunity to do a lot of different designs on the sides of these grill caddies. If you're interested in this laser, I have a dedicated video that came out today as well, and I will link it down below and you can click over and check it out there. As for this video, let's just say I had a good time coming up with some designs and move back over to the project. Just like before, just a little bit of some glue and some brad nails, and we had some finished caddies. Now it was time to put handles on the two that I hadn't yet. So let's post these on Facebook Marketplace and see if we can get a sale. So like I said before, that first one only took me 10 minutes to make, and it sold for 20 bucks. I did use my laser to add that little hot dog to the side of it. And I'm not saying you'd be able to sell them all this fast, but $20 for 10 minutes, if you spent an hour and made 6 of them, that's $120 an hour. Pretty good. This one took me somewhere around 45 minutes to make, and I sold it for $60. I feel like I might have been able to sell this one for a little bit more, but I just wanted to get them out of here, and $60 felt worth it to me. As for the pallet one, this one took me the longest. I'd say maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I think my lack of planning might have been a problem with this one. This one feels more like a tray with dividers than a grill caddy. I really like the way this one looks, and I love, oh, where's the beef on the side of it?
Where's the beef?
After about a week of this one being posted on Facebook Marketplace, it did not sell. But I'll keep it and bring it to a craft fair at some point. Who knows, maybe it'll sell. If not, I'll probably throw it in the fire at some point or keep it. Maybe I'll put some nuts and bolts in it or something and keep it in my shop. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I really appreciate all the support, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye, see you again, and have a good dream.